The follow-up thank you email is a formality. You won't stick out because you do it, but you will stick out in a bad way if you don't. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to write a thank you email after an interview. But first, get access to all of my free content by joining the Level Up group through the link in the description of this video. Now, about that thank you email. What you need to keep in mind is that these people are busy, the people that interviewed you. They'll go back to their day jobs, they're very busy at work, they have a lot to do, and truth be told, they don't go analyzing thank you emails and poring over them, looking for clues about who they should hire. So you basically want to keep it brief, in my personal opinion. Part 1 of your thank you email, the subject line. I recommend saying thank you. Adding an exclamation point is optional. You can add it if you felt really good. Whether you think the interview went really well, you're super excited, that's, again, completely up to you. Depends on the person. Part 2 of writing your thank you email is thanking them. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today about the digital marketing position at Company Z. Now that that's taken care of, let's move on to part 3. Reinforcing your interest in the role with something specific. I'm excited about the opportunity, and it was a pleasure to learn more about Company Z's culture. For the second part of that, you want to talk about something specific that you spoke about in the interview. So instead of me saying, I enjoyed learning about Company Z's culture, you could talk about, I enjoyed learning about the employee benefits program. I enjoyed learning about the day-to-day responsibilities of the position. I enjoyed learning about, you can figure it out based on how your interview goes. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the gist. Make it specific so they know it's not just a boilerplate thank you that you send to everybody after every interview you've ever had. A couple things that I like to bring up in interviews that might be mentioned in a thank you email would be company opportunities, company strategy, or challenges that the company is currently facing. Which brings us to part 4, the closing. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any additional questions. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Sincerely, your name. Now, if this person isn't responsible for the next steps, instead of saying, I look forward to hearing from you, since you shouldn't be hearing from them, just say, have a great day, take care, that sort of thing. You get it? And now that's a wrap on a thank you email. You keep it short, you keep it professional, no one's rolling their eyes, seeing how you're waxing poetic about how you made such a big difference in their lives by taking time to interview you. You know, the way I look at it, you just don't want to come off as that person that's trying too hard, or it's clearly your first interview or something like that, and you're just gushing over how thankful you are, and you write 3 paragraphs in a thank you email. These employees, they get together, they're going to compare notes, compare emails, and they'll probably be telling jokes about how you wrote such an in-depth thank you email. So just keep it brief, keep it short, keep it professional, keep it moving. Now, here are some other general tips to keep in mind. If multiple people interviewed you, you want to send slightly different emails. You don't want to send the same email to everybody. You might change the order of part 3. You definitely want to change the something specific that you bring up in part 3 because you should be asking different questions in these different interviews anyways. So that will help breathe some life into your thank you email. Another tip, triple check for correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar. You also want to have an email signature. So go to options, put in your full name, phone number, and your email address. I don't know why people put email addresses in their signatures, but it is pretty common, even though when you send the email, they can clearly see what your email address is. But put your full name, number, and email address as a little signature. You don't need to spruce it up with anything fancy, just it makes your email look a little more professional than it otherwise would be. And lastly, again, keep it professional and keep it brief. Have I mentioned that before? And that, my friends, is how you write a thank you email after an interview. For a summary of all these parts and tips, I've got a template in the video description as well, so be sure to check that out. And you'll be making thank you emails like no one's business. And hopefully landing the jobs you're interviewing for. Again, for all of my exclusive free content, join the Level Up group through the link in the description. You will not regret it. I put out far more stuff there than I do here on YouTube. So thank you for listening. See you soon.